What up though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get my 10,000 steps in. Downtown Detroit, we own it. I want to talk about getting vasectomies, particularly in your 20s when you're single, and why I think this is a really bad idea and that no one should do it. I've talked before about different red pill content, red pill creators, and why I think that a lot of the advice when it comes to self-improvement, let me get across the street here, is really good, but take some of it with a grain of salt, because some of that stuff just be sounding really absurd to me. So I'm gonna go over one of the things that sounded really absurd to me. There's this one guy, he's called the godfather of the red pill. I'm not gonna drop his name because I'm not worried about clout or anything like that. I also don't know if this is a name that other people bestowed upon him or he bestowed it upon himself, because we live in an age where you can identify as whatever you want, right? But I seen a tweet that he made. I don't know how old it is, but it really doesn't matter. He had like 8 steps that are like the fastest way to become a high value man. And the first 3 were really just like, I don't know about these, man. The first one was, basically not to get married. The second one was, I believe, like avoid starting a family. The third one, and this is the one that I thought was the most just ridiculous, which is why I'm talking to you guys now. It was to get a vasectomy. Now, why you would advise people to get a vasectomy is beyond me. Now, I seen him be confronted about saying this, and he was trying to defend it with, oh, it's not advice. Come on now, man. If you're a very influential guy and you post a tweet that says these are the 8 steps to becoming a high value man, the fastest way is becoming a high value man, and that's what your audience wants to do, it's advice, or it's going to be taken as advice. Like, you're no dummy, you're an intelligent guy, I've heard you speak, I know you are not by any means ignorant to the influence that you have. So now that you're getting pushback on it, you want to try to blow it off as, oh, it's not advice, when in fact it is. It's put out there intended to be taken as advice or recommendations or whatever. If you are not a man that is already married, has already had children, and do not intend to have any more, I do not recommend getting a vasectomy. He was talking about that vasectomies are reversible. Listen, a vasectomy is not something that you get with the intention of getting it reversed. I did a little bit of looking up just for the sake of this video. A vasectomy after 10 years has like a 30% chance of getting reversed. That's too low. So if you're a guy that's in your 20s, let's say you're 20 years old, right? And you decide you're gonna get a vasectomy just to avoid knocking some chick up. You're supposed to get rich and successful by the time you're like 25, and then have it reversed then? What is the real likelihood of that? Or by 27 or by 29? Like, it was just, in my opinion, a really insane thing to tell people, and a very irresponsible thing to tell people, or even to put out, even if you don't want to claim that it was advice. Your influence. Something like that is just crazy. So I don't have nearly the reach that he does. So I'm just gonna worry about you guys, my extended tribe. Please do not do something as extreme as that. Wrap up. You guys have heard me say that before. Wrap up, and do not, ejaculate inner, even wearing a condom. So wrap up, do your thing, pull out, even with the condom on. That's like a double protection method. If she's on the pill, that's even better. So she's on the pill, you still wrapping up, and you still pulling out. So go about this and you will avoid that whole situation of a girl talking about, oh, she's pregnant. You know, there's no reason to take something as extreme as a vasectomy as the root. You're gonna get snipped. So you're gonna undergo surgery in order to prevent something that you could do if you just exercise a bit of discipline. You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell y'all don't get laid. You know, others may do that, but I'm not gonna tell you that. To just don't get laid. I'm gonna say go ahead and get laid, but just be responsible when you out there doing what you do, because being reckless, it does have consequences. So, I mean, I don't know. As I said, there's a good amount of this red pill stuff out there that I think is quality information, and people have really good intentions behind it. But stuff like this, I don't think there's good intentions. I think it's really silly, especially when it's coming from a man who is married. I don't know if he has kids or not, but he's been married for a long time. So I would imagine that he does have kids, if not at least just one kid. So how do you, as a man that consider yourself high value, tell somebody else to do all these other steps to become high value? They can't have a wife. You know, they have to avoid marriage. They have to get a vasectomy. You know, that's just wild to me. Now, I don't know if he's been snipped or not. He might have been snipped. But if he did get snipped, he did his thing first. You know, he made a choice after he was done, you know, sowing his wild oats. And now he doesn't have to worry about any sort of consequences afterwards. So be careful, guys. A lot of this information that's out there, or recommendations that's out there, people are just talking. They saying insane stuff. People are listening. If you are a guy that is 20 years old and you go get snipped, you are going to regret it. Understand that. You are going to regret it. The chances of it being reversed are not very high, if you can get it reversed at all. So, no. I think it's insane to get something that after 10 years, it has a 30% chance of not being reversible. That, to me, that's just too low. Or a 30% chance of being reversible. It has a 70% chance of being irreversible. So if you decide to go that route, knowing that, that's fine. But at least you're making an informed decision to do this. I personally don't recommend it. I'm never gonna recommend that. I'm never gonna recommend a man get snipped unless it's under the circumstances that he's already married, already had children. The two of them has decided this is it for us. Button here, across the street. The two of them has decided this is it for us. We already got 2-3 kids. We really don't want any more. We want to just do what we do right now. Okay, under that circumstance, sure. But if you're a guy you're young, you don't have a wife, you don't have children, there's just no need to go about doing that, because chances are, we just gonna go this way. Forget waiting to go that other way. Chances are you might end up regretting this decision later, and you can't reverse it. So, kings, think. Make informed decisions. If you really don't know, you're really not that sure, do some research. And if something sounds crazy as hell, like in the case of this is a hell no, then hell no. Don't move on it. But I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this particular topic. I cannot wait to see y'all comments on this, because y'all know I read all of them. Appreciate you connecting with me. I'm gonna continue to get these steps in. Thumbs up this video if you like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.